What's up, guys? It's Jimbo here, and we have a news update coming from Blizzard just before I'm sure they're all ready to take a holiday break, and much deserved break at that. Hopefully everybody over at Blizzard Entertainment gets to enjoy the holidays with their family. And I don't know if you heard what that was in the background, but my cat just went wild. Here, I'll give you guys a little sneak peek here. You see, this is oh, he's trying to hide from it. Oh, little Mr. Ajax there. I don't know. You know how cats get the zoomies, right? Well, he just had the zoomies. Anyways, guys, we are here today because we have an update coming from Blizzard about the Dragonflight roadmap. That's right. We're getting a roadmap to give us an idea of what to expect here in the future from Blizzard Entertainment with Dragonflight, the newest expansion in World of Warcraft. Though I'm sure everybody that's watching this video probably already knows what that is. Now, in the recent past, and I'm talking about the last two expansions, the content drought was pretty serious. We went large gaps of time between having any meaningful content updates, and the updates that we got, honestly, were not that appealing. There's a reason why those two expansions are not heralded along with the greats. One very important part of keeping, it's not just about making a very good expansion, right? It's about keeping that world alive throughout the duration of the seasons. Now, some people will get bored and fall off, and not every bit of content is made to be for every single person, so there may be things that you don't like, but the things that they come out with should be overwhelmingly positive with the majority of the community, right? Or else they're doing something wrong. And hopefully when we take a look here at this, we're going to see a lot of things that are right, because so far they've been doing a very good job with that. So let's take a look here and read through what it is that we're going to have coming to our doorsteps here. 150 comments already, and this is relatively new news, so hopefully they're all good comments. We can take a peek of them at the comments at the end here. So we'll read through this. It says, it's been an inspiring month for the World of Warcraft team, and it certainly has been. They should pat themselves on the back. As we've watched the world soar over the Dragon Isles, defend their renowned allies from the primalist threat, stay a while and listen to tales of regrets. Is that a Diablo reference in there? Stay a while and listen. Craft inspired items, delve into dungeons, and make vast quantities of soup. If you haven't done that yet, you should. I think that event is maybe 2 to 3 minutes too long, drawn out, but it is a ton of fun while you're doing it. But this tale is just beginning. A World of Warcraft expansion is not a single moment in time, but a journey. We know that the merit of an expansion hinges on the sustained quality of its entire arc. Years after its release, Legion is remembered fondly as much for the 11-week content update cadence that served as the framework for its first year as it is for artifact weapons or Khadgar's brilliant dad jokes. That is correct. And, you know, the fact that they have to go all the way back to Legion to be able to reference a time when people were happy with the content drip that is, that is brought out throughout an expansion, definitely lets you know how the last couple expansions haven't been exactly what people were waiting for. Let's see here. In planning out the roadmap ahead following the release of Dragonflight, we've been mindful of the duty we owe to our players. Hold on, just one moment here. I'll give you guys a... He keeps jumping up here for some pets. That's why you keep seeing me like putting my arm down here, because he keeps coming up for some nudges. This is Ajax, guys. He's making a entrance into the YouTube content creation world. Here we go. Hopefully we've sated his need for love. I'm sure he'll be... Oh. Well, listen, we're just being ambushed here. You can see my coffee cup there. And we're just going to hope that Mr. Ajax doesn't knock that down here. Ajax. Hi, bud. What are you doing? What are you doing? What are you doing? You just really decided? The whole time I've been sitting up here preparing for this video, Ajax has been nowhere to be found. But as soon as I hit that record button, you can can bet he's right there, ready to go. I'm going to try to record this with him putzing around up here. All right, here we go. Where did we leave off, guys? Oh. In planning out the road ahead following the release of Dragonflight, we've been mindful of the duty we owe to our players to nurture this living world. And frankly, the need to do better than we have at times in the recent past. Exactly, they're referring to the last 2 expansions. Our goal for Dragonflight is that there should always be something right around the corner, the new update hitting our test realms shortly after the last one is live and in your hands. I don't fully agree with this, but this is what they like to do, and I can't say it's been working well for them because results are inconclusive with good expansions, bad expansions, all mingled together. But I'm particularly really, bud. I'm not editing any of this out. This is all in. I'm not a huge fan of the public test round, to be completely honest. And you would think as a content creator I would be, because I get first look and get in there and see all this stuff before everybody else and stuff like that, or before most people. But I honestly I'm not, because I like to just I'd like for the majority of people to all see the same content when it's supposed to come out at the correct time. I do think that there should be test realms. I think that they should be private test realms, and I think that the groups of people should be primarily not content creators, or if they are, they should be under an NDA until the content does release, or whatever the case is. I just, I don't really like that everybody knows 90% of everything before the content actually hits our doorstep, because for people who don't like playing in the PTR, it makes you feel like you're missing out, when that's not even the purpose of the PTR. PTR isn't to see the stuff early. It's to, make sure that there's a smooth launch when the stuff does come out. But since it is so easy for people to get into, it ends up skewing what the intention of the PTR is. But regardless, the idea here is that they want to constantly have something new being tested in the PTR, just as something new comes out live. So that is good. Let's see here. Ajax again. He's right here. He's just rubbing up on me. In total, we are planning to deliver 6 content patches, fairly evenly spaced. So figure every 2 months or so we'll see a content patch over the course of 2023. This will include 2 major updates, which is to be expected, the traditional pillars of our expansions with new zones, raids, seasonal rewards, but in between those we want to keep expanding and evolving our world with new world events, updates to systems, and evergreen holidays, like we're having the Christmas event going on right now, new dungeon experiences, new narrative chapters, and cinematics that can serve as epilogues or as prologues to the next major step in the adventure. And most importantly of all, more opportunities for us to respond to feedback and change or add elements based on what we're hearing is most needed by our players. And that is huge. Now, most of this, normally when people read it, is lip service, right? Which means that they're just saying these things to make you happy. And before Dragonflight, I would wholeheartedly agree. But the time leading up to Dragonflight and the time we've spent in Dragonflight so far would lead me to believe that they actually mean what they're saying here. Because they've proven themselves, though over a short period of time, and through some minor events, they've proven that they're willing to be open, hear what people want and need, and make changes to the game based on those things. So it's their job to continue to do this for the players. And if they do, I believe that they will see, they'll see the sub numbers going back up, which is what they need, right? I mean, ultimately, when everything comes down to nickels and dimes, that's what it is that they're looking for. Obviously, the developers and the artists and the voice actors and all these people, obviously they want to be proud of their work and they want people to enjoy the the memories and the experiences that they're getting in these games. But ultimately, for Blizzard, the game, and the people making the game, they want the sub numbers to go up. They want the company in the game to make money so that they can continue to make more of these projects, right? So it is in their best interests to keep going in this direction. Or scrap it all and make World of Warcraft 2. What the hell? Anyways, we've recently announced the upcoming 10.0.5 content update, which should go live early next year, bringing with it the trading post system, which allows players of all playstyles to earn a wide range of fun cosmetic rewards of their choice, as well as allowing poor quality and common quality items to be acquired as transmog appearances for those who prefer a somewhat humbler look, and a bit of New World content in the Primalist Tomorrow area, which is something that we don't know much about yet, the Primalist Tomorrow area. But we do know that that's where future content is going to start taking place. More cosmetics is fantastic, right? Like, you might not care about cosmetics, but there's a large group of people who do. And more of that is going to obviously keep them playing the game longer. Because not only does it give them more options to change their character, but also they got to grind out these items. They got to go find these items and get these transmogs acquired so that they can make their new appearances. Now, I'm a huge transmog fan myself. I don't particularly go and hunt out anything in particular. I kind of like just piece together the best of what I have. But one of my favorite things is acquiring new transmogs through items that I pick up. So I am very happy for that. And by, in connection to that, the trading post, being able to get new and old armor sets, being able to get new and old mounts, being able to get all of these cool cosmetic things through a new system added into the game. I'm ecstatic for that. We'll have to wait and see how hard it is to get these items through the trading post. How much of the content do you have to do that you don't want to do to be able to cap out on your points in order to get these certain items. But it seems like so far that you're going to be able to get most of what you want through the trading post as long as you're just regularly playing the game like you normally do. So I am excited for that myself. Shortly after that is in your hands, we'll release the 10.0.7 content update into our public test realm. See, this is kind of what I was talking about, right? So shortly after we get 10.0.5, you would think that they want people to be playing that content, right? But if you put 10.0.7 into PTR shortly after 10.0.5 comes out, you're going to be splitting your player base, right? Because now all the people that want to be at the forefront, that want to be, at the cutting edge of what's going on, all of these people are going to be in 10.0.7 PTR trying to, figure out every little grain of salt that they possibly can. But again, that's for, that's just people do what they want to do. The 10.0.7 content update into our public test realm. 10.0.7 will contain a new quest campaign and repeatable world content set in the Forbidden Reach, as the Drakthir return to their place of confinement, along with some unexpected guests to learn more about their origins and their destiny. This content will set up the next major chapter of Dragonflight, and by its conclusion, it should be obvious what our next destination must be. Little mysterious there. Like, mysterious now, but going to be very obvious when it happens. Interesting. Alongside this new content, we'll also plan to add quest lines for human and orc cosmetic heritage armors. Fantastic. The heritage armors are a great addition to the game, and I'm very happy to be seeing the orc and human ones coming. I currently play an orc myself, not by choice though. I will say that, like, I play an orc because it's the best race for the horde side, and I would play a human on the flip because, it's just the way it is. I do kind of wish there was more. I don't know how I would personally. I haven't put enough thought into what I would like to see change to make races be more open to play. Like, honestly, I think the pandas have some of the best animations in the game for holding their weapons, their default, standing, just all kinds of different things. But their perks, they just don't compete at all. It's and that makes me sad. So, but that's something that maybe they can work towards in the future. Maybe they can make perks faction based, and you get to choose, 4 perks, and it's like 2 major perks and 2 minor perks, right? So you get, and then obviously there'll be a meta, and you'll choose, most everybody would choose the same 4 perks, but at least you get to be the, whatever race you want to be and really get into your character type of thing. And update some of our reoccurring holidays. That is good, because honestly, for people that have been playing the game for years, some of these holidays they're the same. They feel like they're the same every time they come around. Very, very little differences. So if we could get like refreshed holidays, that'd be fantastic. And more. There will also be a 10.1.5 and a 10.1.7 content update coming in the second half of the year, bridging the period between our second and third major updates. We don't want there to be any specific formula for the size or shape of these updates, but the goal is simply more Warcraft, more story, more content, more rewards, more events, more tech improvements with less downtime between them. I don't want to spoil everything, and I'm confident there'll be at least a couple of surprises coming along the way that no one is expecting. And some of these details simply aren't decided yet, because your feedback will help shape exactly what we prioritize in these updates. That's fantastic to hear, actually. I mean, what more could you want to hear in a content update, or a look to the future of the content updates for the game you enjoy playing? I think this is fantastic. I honestly, I don't have anything bad to say about what we read here today. And if anybody, if you're new to watching my videos or coming over to our stream over on Twitch, you'll know that I have no problem, calling things out and saying when things are wrong or not good or whatever the case may be. I've definitely voiced my opinions very vocally about Blizzard and whatnot over the last, couple of years or whatever, a couple of expansions. But I honestly have to say I'm very happy with Dragonflight and the direction that they've taken. And we got Ajax is back again, man. He's just in it to win it today. He's here for this is the Jimbo and Ajax podcast now. That's what we're at. So this is a look at the world map. So we have the World of Warcraft Dragonflight 2023 roadmap. So this is the 10.0.5 winter, right? This is the next update that we'll be getting, and they said they want to have it very early into the year. It's going to give us the trading post, the Primalist Tomorrow storyline, and the white and gray transmogs. That'll be huge. Are you jealous or something? Can I have a boop? Can I have a boop? Aww. I don't know what his deal is. Then in the spring, we'll be getting 10.0.7, which is the Return to the Forbidden Reach, the Heritage Armors, and new holiday updates. Then we have the big one. We have 10.1, which is going to be, the huge content updates that everybody's looking for. This is going to give us our new raids, our whole new zone, PvP resets, everything. We'll get the second half of the Mythic Plus dungeons for Dragonflight into the pool profession updates. That's an interesting one. And then we get 2 more smaller patches before we get over to Season 3. Ajax, you're making this actually kind of hard to work right now. Let's take a look over at the comments real quick. We'll see if there's anything crazy in here. First thing first, you use one of the maps with the Dragon Isles on them instead of one of the pre-Dragonflight maps. That is true. I didn't even notice that myself. But they did finish reading the article and came back and edited their post to say how well it looked. That's fantastic. So that's great. Stuff to chew on between big patches. There you go. The content drops through Shadowlands sucked. Very true. Daily gold farming quest similar to Shadowlands had in Callings would be nice. People need more gold. Okay. I mean, but this kind of comment right here is exactly what they're looking for. You might think that when you comment or when you tweet or when you, make comment in a Twitch stream that has devs in it or whatever the case may be, that it's just, being put out into the void. And sometimes it may be. Not everything's going to get seen, but you have to put it out into the void for somebody to see it, right? And this is the kind of information that the devs are looking for, right? They want to know what people want out of the game. And, if they see enough people asking for something like this, or maybe they don't even need enough people, maybe this is just something that in the grand scheme of things, a gold farming quest just hasn't crossed their mind. And somebody might see this and they'd be like, oh, yeah, you're right. We should actually add something like that. And, something as simple as this comment right here could be the one that, gets it added into the game. Can you guys make the Rathian rep grind a little less tedious? Come on now. I don't agree. It's actually pretty easy. You find a group. You get it done pretty quick. I wasn't even specifically trying to do it myself, and I got it done. It's not that bad. It'd be interesting to see. It's not tedious. Just do your weekly, so you get like 5k rep each week just from quests, right? Also worth noting that the price of the signets that you turn in for rep have gone down pretty significantly. I do believe they were a couple thousand. Now they're down to like 500-600, at least on Illidan anyway. I don't think it's that bad. You get 8,500 rep per week just by doing the weeklies. There's 0 key farming. Yeah, that's yeah, I think it's perfectly fine. I don't believe. Now, I will say that I do play the game more than most people do, right? But this person does already have a level 70 character. Like they probably play the game a good amount themselves. So I can see if you're the kind of person that only gets to come home and play an hour or two and maybe only like 1 or 2 days a week or something, yeah, sure, it's pretty tedious. But these quests also aren't really made for you, right? So they're not made for that type of player. Any meaningful non-warrior tank changes around the corner, or do we have to live with this crap tank meta you created for this foreseeable future? While their post is true, at the core of it, it's definitely not a great way to put it out into the void. And also, I don't think it's very fair to kind of make the question like that, because they have nerfed prop paladins in like literally every single patch that's come out, right? So if they went more heavy-handed on the nerfs, then this comment wouldn't be here, and there would be a different comment here that would be complaining that the nerfs were too heavy, right? There's just no winning in this situation. I think that they've been kind of tweaking the characters little by little through each patch, trying to get it to where they want it, and I think that's a much better way of doing buffs and nerfs than just making huge changes all at once, An actual roadmap, 6 patches over the course of a year, holiday updates, heritage armors. Good show, Blizz. Now deliver. This is exactly it. Right here. Now deliver. And we're going to actually end reading through the comments on that. I think that's a perfect place. And to reiterate, they say all the great things. What they need to do is deliver on them now. And hopefully they can do that. I'll be back, guys, in the future. Give me your thoughts in the comments of what you think about this roadmap. Do you think it's enough? Do you think it's too much? Do you think they missed anything? Let me know. Hey, and don't forget to subscribe to the YouTube channel and maybe turn on the notifications if you want to be notified when new videos are coming out. That way you can come back and see Mr. Ajax. I know you're not here to see me. It's always the cat. Adios, muchachos.